Well, I think once people read it, I think there's a certain shock to it in the sense that, you know, the man in the street will say, will be surprised that, you know, these correlations weren't made.
The man in the street, you know, that dumb son of a gun. That dumb man in the street will be sitting there thinking, you know, oh, man, you know, they should have connected the dots. They should have perhaps understood the correlations, the relationships, and the depth of understanding required. You know, the dumb son of a gun who pays the salary of these pretentious elites who, frankly, I've become far more nauseating the longer you have to watch them in office. Jones is trotted out as the national security advisor to kind of talk about. Listen to the tone of this man. Think about all of the wonderful people around him who have to listen to this leader of men, as he talks about the poor, dumb son of a gun in the street.
Well, I think once people read it, I think there's a certain shock to it in the sense that, you know,
how would you know?
The man in the street will
is this man ever been shocked? Does he have a pulse? I think there'll be a certain shock by the man in the street. Wake up! Wake up! Good Lord Almighty. The only thing that shocks me is that people like that can get to work every morning. They have no pulse, they have no passion, and apparently they have no, let's go to the Wizard of Oz, no brain, and aren't likely to find any volunteers to augment their deficiencies. Oh, I'm telling you, this is our best and our brightest. Folks, hang on. This is a heck of a ride we're on. So what do you think? More political games from the Obama administration? Don't worry about it. We don't actually have to do anything. Our government doesn't need to do anything, really. Don't solve the problem. Don't actually deal with the issues. No. Let's talk about it. Let's perpetuate it. Let's have some photo opportunities. Let's show the president in the Rose Garden. Let's cut to the horrible sound of Jim Jones, the National Security Advisor, trying to awaken what passes for an engaged mind in Washington, D.C. 877-55-DOBBS. 877-55-DOBBS. The man in the street, as Jim Jones would say, just might mistake all of those people on Capitol Hill and over at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Just might mistake them for disinterested parties. My God, they're bystanders. They're not leaders. They're passive, not aggressive. What in the world is happening in those timid little hearts of theirs? I mean, is there some sort of procedure we can put them through? Is there some way to bring a spark to their minds, a pulse to their hearts? Are there caring hearts anywhere in that town about the good of the nation? The interest of the nation, protecting travelers, Americans. My God, they knew this 23-year-old pitiful terrorist was on the airplane, and guess what their action was? Guess what they were doing? Our intelligence services, our Homeland Security defenders. They were preparing to greet the terrorist when the plane landed in Detroit. They didn't for a moment think maybe he would blow the damn airplane up. Why, that wouldn't be cricket, would it? That wouldn't be sporting. That isn't the way it's done in Washington, D.C.